on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Good morning, guys. Welcome to another coffee time with Blind United, and I'm here with our co-host Brittany. How you doing, Brittany?
I'm doing great this morning, Pedro. Good morning, everybody that's watching. I want to thank you guys for watching. We don't have any interest groups for today, unfortunately, but if you have an idea of an interest group you would like to start, info@blindunited.org. That email address again is info@blindunited.org. So, Pedro, I have a question for you. How do you think last night's AI group went?
Oh, I'll let you know right now. Welcome, George. Also, good morning, George. But just to answer your question, right? Well, good morning, George. George, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Just sorry, had some internet issues at the reboot. So, how you doing? Hi, Miss Britt.
Hey, George.
It's a lot of tech issues everywhere, George. But yeah. But back to the question which you asked, Brittany. I think the class went great. Um, and that's AI for beginners. For those that are listening, we touched upon the meta AI. We touched upon other topics on prompting, and we gave each other back and forth other prompts and how to direct the AI to get the results you're looking for. Um, Also how to use prompting for productivity. Less prompts, the more time you save while doing a task. We went into some of that. George went into some of his features that he likes from the Meta glasses and gave us some of his experiences and how he was reading menus and even surprising people that were with him, sighted people at that. And it's great to hear the access we're getting with artificial intelligence, and we encourage you guys, the ones listening, even if you're listening later, to come into AI for beginners. It's always great to get into start at least knowing the basics, and also getting a little acquainted with how to prompt or how to go around and what AI to pick or what application does AI have. We even touched upon audio descriptive, audio descriptive, video descripting features that are in different applications. One that is popular right now that is becoming one of my favorites is the Pixie Bot. Another one, Seeing AI with their new feature they just brought out for describing videos. And so, now we're just waiting on Be My AI to come with this feature. And hey, I think I might do a comparison video like I did with comparing the different descriptions of the AI models for pictures. I did this in my iPhone technology class for those that were wondering where that happened at. And you could always get in contact with us at info@blindunited.org. You can sign up for our notifications for these groups. We got more groups than just technology, but that's where I kind of my expertise are at. But I like to run these tests and do all that and compare these features. So, you
I think
know,
somebody has they're online, but they have their thing in their pocket because they're walking around. That's what it sounds like in the background.
mm,
I don't know if
thank
you
you,
hear it.
George.
It's like a door slamming. It's like fuzz. I hear a
Yeah,
fuzz.
I got it. I got it. Sorry. I think it was Monica. She was doing something.
Oh, okay.
But welcome, Monica. But yes, so going into some of the those features that are coming out, it's exciting.
But you know what, Pedro? Which is
Mm,
cool. I'm sorry to interrupt you. And somebody brought this to my attention last night. They're an older gentleman, and I talk to him once in a while. And we're talking about AI, and then we're talking. He stopped me. He goes, George, isn't it funny that we're talking about being able to read a document without having to remember back in the day you had big old scanners, the Epson scanner or the one you have to hook up to your computer or open book or whatever, right? He goes, isn't that cool that you could just get a device, either your phone or glass, and read a paper? Or years ago that would have been impossible, right? And I'm like, you know what, that's true. Even the basic stuff, Pedro. Just
well,
the basic stuff, man. That's the cool thing about this.
yeah. The productivity has pulled more drastically, meaning that they did have scanners like Open Book and Kurzweil, but to do it on the fly was the new experience, you know, and doing that on the fly um was game changing because now you could get a mobile device and and scan your menu and read it, you know, and now we're moving up to a wearable and able to do this for you and actually be like hands free now. The productivity has keep moving up and more up,
Yeah.
meaning that you're able to do more and get more work done.
The devices
And
are getting smaller, right?
yeah, the device is getting smaller. Before you will have to scan a page, boom, you got it there, turn it over, scan that page, get the next page, scan that page, then scan the other page. You know
Yeah.
that the productivity and the tedious task that you're going back and forth and doing these steps, it gets daunting sometimes. Sometimes some people prefer not to do it because of the all the steps and doing all that, you know.
Pedro, yesterday I tried that CNAI new edition, the new video.
Hmm.
First of all, the voice I didn't like. That's number one. Number two, it was way off. And I did it twice, and the feedback or the AI analysis or whatever they want to call it,
Hmm.
man, that thing was. It must have smoked before that because it was hallucinating big time. It was
uh,
about out wearing the yellow gloves, and I'm like, what the heck? So
what?
I put it to
Okay.
pop. I put it to PixieBot just to kind of compare. It was totally different what I was
Hmm.
doing, right? And I'm like, wow. And where did I get yellow gloves from? And
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
weird.
And then that's why I know we talked about it in our AI for beginners group, guys, in our Zoom interest groups. We talked about is seeing AI using a private Microsoft watered down AI, or is it using like Copilot? Okay,
Mm,
they've been using this AI, but remember Copilot, they bought a Open AI, remember?
yes.
And that's what they integrated into Copilot.
Oh,
So
that's what it is. Okay, okay. So OpenAI is part of Copilot, or it is.
yeah, well,
Oh, okay. I know that.
I was reading somewhere that's what they were according to. It's just like how chat is gonna be running certain tasks after you ask a query and it can't Siri can't handle that. It's gonna go to chat and and do what it needs to do. But I will get more information on that to make sure it's correct. But my assuming from these article I was reading, that's what the assumption was that they got bought out, right? Microsoft bought them, Remember, they put out the CEO, the guy that created it. They put him out, and the workers protested. They went on strike. I don't know if you remember, but they went on strike because they wanted him to come back. I think OpenAI was down for a few days or a week.
I remember that.
You remember that, Britt? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry,
you
my
know,
my uh my wife's new dog is under my chair over here. And my wife is looking for her.
Wait, you guys got a new puppy?
Yes, we got a mixed chow. It's a rescue.
Oh, well, it's
Yeah.
good
It's
to
a mixed
adopt.
chihuahua, but it's right here underneath me. I'm like, what is this? And it's my wife. I got so I'll be right back.
but yeah, we gotta ask George what's the dog's name. But yeah, so so I believe so within those two AIs, that's what I was wondering. Like, is it the AI they've been using for a long time? Is that separate from their co-pilot AI?
Maybe
Or
it's a separate AI. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? We'll never know.
By the way, her name is Hershey Bar.
Hershey?
Hershey
Because our
bar.
other dog that passed was Orioles, so now this is Hershey Bar, or I
Oh,
call it Hershey Kisses.
Hershey kisses. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
I'm assuming that she's brown.
Yes, she's a mixed Chihuahua.
Oh, okay, okay.
But you know
Okay.
what else about the OpenAI Pedro? My this is where I'm confused, and I'm like I said, I'm not a avid user of AI, and there should be like what Britt was saying about the other day about she made that image, which I think is so cool, man. You can make images to be AI.
Hmm.
And I have to learn that, right? But what I could ask you, like when you see like AI in Zoom
Hmm.
or AI in like websites, what does that mean? That's why I'm not really sure. I'm kind of confused when it comes. Are they the same AI or what? What purpose does it serve when it's inside a website?
When it's like, okay, for example, for Zoom in the workplace is what they have it is for transcribing. So they have like, I don't know if they're, I need to go read up more on it to see if they're piggybacking off ChatGPT. A lot of these sites sometimes, like Canva, piggybacks off of ChatGPT, and other sites like that. They piggyback off of that AI. But there is websites and applications like Amazon has its own what they call them Rufus, and you could enter your search term or whatever your question is, and the searches come up, but they're driven by an AI or a question if you enter a question.
Now the
Oh,
kind of
so
oh, go ahead, Britt.
so is it kind of like the new AI that Jaws 2025 has where you can like I think it's insert space F1 and then you can ask it like how do I do the links list with Jaws or how do I do whatever like you could ask it random things and it'll tell you how to do
Yeah,
it. So is that kind of like what Amazon's Rufus is? You can say, "Hey, I want this random product on Amazon or whatever you ask it and it'll figure it out." So all these companies have like their separate
yeah.
AIs like the banks like with
Oh,
Wells Fargo
especially
they
the banks,
yeah
especially the
like with Wells
banks.
Fargo they have Fargo and a Bank of America they have crap I'm totally drawing a blank but yeah I
Yeah,
get you.
yeah, and those might be a privatized. I don't know if they're piggybacking off of a model they created. You're able to create a model, and create your own. Um, and I will get that. I will get into something like that later on. But yeah, you could create your own model. For example, if we wanted to create a model that we feed information and the queries and the question and what is able to do and the capabilities and what is it able to stand with, like to stand within those guardrails. Where you're able to create something like that.
So I have a question. So again, I'm being ignorant here. So let's say you get a device, right? Let's say you get I know your iPhone has it, but let's say what I think Windows 12 supposed to have AI integrated. Where you have to have like a not a special kind of computer, but a
A
computer with
special
certain
chip.
chips, right? Like a
Mhm.
processor.
Mm.
So in essence, the AI, would it be like what we see now with like with Sharky and what was the other one? I think just a regular what's the one for the old Microsoft Cortana? Would it be
Mm.
something like that, or just I don't know? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
not
gonna
really.
be on your device, something like that, but more able to do way more. Just like they got that accessible voice feature on the Windows, that you could tell it open this and it will open it, or open email and it will open it just with your voice. But with this new chipset that's gonna be in these AIs, like the Surface Pro 3, I think has it already. Um, it's gonna be able to, let's say, for example, you could say, instead of just opening control panel, you could say, well, lower my brightness and then go to this, or go
Oh,
to
okay.
accessibility and can you turn that feature off, or something like that.
Oh,
You'll be
wow.
able to
Okay.
do more. You could tell it, go move the mouse over this and things like that.
How about
So
what Brittany was saying right now? I'm sorry, Pedro. What Brittany was saying right now, because I was just curious about what she said about the space bar, insert space bar F1, and it brings
mhm,
up that little new AI
like a web
companion.
page type.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we talked about on Tuesday in Andy's class about Jaws. So he was going over the new Jaws 2025 features, and that's one of them. So it has an AI tool. So any key command or anything you need to know about Jaws, you can just go in there and ask it,
So
and
my
it'll
question
tell you.
was, or I guess my question is, Miss Britt, um, couldn't that same thing be accomplished through Google or not?
I mean, yeah, but I guess it's like it's faster, and I guess it's just Jaws
Oh,
specific.
okay, 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 okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but like according
Mhm.
to Andy, he said that it's pretty good, but it's not gonna replace assistive technology trainers. So you and Andy will still have a job.
Yeah. Well, it can't. He could tell you what the keyboard shortcuts at, but it won't be able to maybe be there assisting you like a trainer can, and give you extra tips, and even on
Well, that's a
other
good
ways to
point.
use it.
That's a very good point because I'm glad you said that, Pedro and Miss Britt, because you could give somebody information like right. Let's say for example, you call me Miss Britt, or you Pedro. Oh, how do you do this? Or I call you right, Pedro. How do you do this? Like prompting it was that example for prompting for AI. You could tell someone to prompt, but it'll be up to them to see how they use it, how they apply that, right? And that's where a trainer comes in and can say, okay, let's say you want to prompt this or prompt that. This is how you do it. You know the command, but now you have to apply it to what you want to do. And I
Mhm.
think that's where a trainer comes in. So you're right, Pedro. I don't think that aspect will ever just, I hope not. I'll be out of a job. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
but
how do you apply it? Like, okay, I'm now on a prompt, and how are you going to do it, right? What are you looking for? Are you looking for, like you said, a ketchup? Or are you looking for certain, objects that you're looking in the I'm going to ask you this. Now that we're talking about, I wanted people to, because somebody had asked me this too, Pedro.
mhm.
Let me see if they're watching, because I told them to watch today. No, they're not. So let's say I walk in the room, Pedro, and I'm looking for my Windex, right?
Mhm.
Let's say I know it's in the room. So can I walk into a room and say, hey, Meta, look for Windex and tell me where it is? Can I do that, or do I have to be more specific?
Look for the Windex.
Yeah, like let's say I'll clean the room, I'll clean the window, and I walked away to do something. To come back, I'm like, oh man, where did I leave my Windex?
Okay, okay. Um, okay, and this is assuming you're taking a picture of the entire room.
Yes, or the
Okay.
area that I think I left it in.
Yeah, yeah. And you could say, yeah, where's the Windex? And it could say the Windex is in front of you. And it might not be super clear on where's it located. But you could say, where's the Windex? Let me know if it's on my left, right, upper left, upper right. And remember that I'm blind, so I need details. And I
Okay.
say it like that because this AI that I'm assuming is the Meta glasses is
Yes.
still on baby mode.
Okay.
Yeah, so you gotta direct it on. It could be like, well, it's on your upper left. Now you know it's not right on your left. It's just a little further up. You know,
Okay. I see what you're
but you
saying.
just prompted to tell you how to direct you and what you're looking for, and you told it that you're blind.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. Prompted. That's what I was missing. Prompted that letting them know that you're blind. So it kind of give you more details, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But even prompting it by saying locate the Windex, and it could be like, okay, the Windex is in front of you. You know that it's there, you know.
You know,
But
if
even
somebody told me, me being a smartass, where's the Windex? It's 7-Eleven in the third aisle.
be
That's
like,
just me.
yep. But yeah, so yeah, that's what we covered. It is always about prompting, guys, even when it comes to like the this new Envision app that I keep hearing about. It's called Ali
How do
or
you apply for
Ally.
that, Pedro?
Hmm?
Is that a beta? How can
I
you apply
thought it
for it?
was ally, honestly, but it might be Ally. I don't know.
How do you spell it? I saw ALLY.
Uh,
Yes, I think that's how I seen
Ally.
it.
Ally.
Oh,
I think it's
well,
ally, isn't it?
yeah. That's what. See, that's what I was. That's how I was pronouncing it. I was pronouncing it ally.
Yeah, but I think it's on beta right now, so I couldn't find it in the app store. But
Yeah, me neither. Mm-mm.
so that's a new application that's coming. I thought it was doing live video transcription, but I believe it might not be doing live video description. Uh, I think it does video description or photo, from what we're gathering. Um, but if y'all listening out there and y'all the a beta tester, y'all know what's up. A PAGUILERA at blindunited.org. Contact me right there.
I think you're gonna say BINGO.
But nah. But yeah, so that's another application that's rumored to be coming out for the blind community. Um and it has an artificial intelligence. So, even basic prompting is what we cover on our AI for beginners class, like the prompt that I just gave.
I
I
have a
consider it.
question, Pedro. This ally app, is it free or how much does it cost? Because I know with Envision, a lot of
Mm,
their stuff is pretty pricey.
yeah, yeah. They made their Envision app free now. I used to charge. I don't know if folks know. I don't really know. It's on beta testing. So I just know, let's I'm just gonna keep it real with that. All right. Let's say it comes out and they charge $5 or $10 for the app or a subscription. Most likely it's gonna be a subscription because that's what they're all moving to or been moving to. I've been saying this for the last 2 years. Um, is it logical to have a subscription to that Envision app, or is it counterproductive to be a company to come out with a subscription app when we have PixieBot, Seeing AI, Be My Eyes, and a few other applications?
You know what I think that what it is, Pedro? I think the lack of information. Well, let me say. How can I say this? They may base it on the consumer's lack of information, if that makes sense. For example, PixieBot. Not many people know about that. Or CMAI new component. Or even Be My Eyes, right? So they're saying, okay, you know what? You pay $5 and hopefully we'll get enough subscriptions, right? Or it'll be feasible. Whereas, like for example, I always see this on Facebook, right? How do you do video description or how do you, and I'm like, so I'm always posting about PixieBot. And I think the more the word spreads, I think the
Mhm.
more people, like you said, Pedro, like, am I going to spend $5 for this when I can get over here for free? Yeah, I might take a little bit more, but longer to get the response, but I'd rather save $5,
Yeah.
right?
Or shop around. And there's a lot of applications that are coming out. There are AI driven that are able to do things. So it's good to know. It's good to be aware. That's why I always would invite people to our Zoom technology class, even to watch our coffee time. If you know a blind person that will benefit for some of these things we talk about, we encourage you to share, even like, even comment. Let us know if you have a question and things like that, because the more blind people we reach, the more awareness we can
Yep.
provide, the more reachability we have to let other folks that might not know about these tools and these applications, they will be able to get informed, you know?
And you know what? I guess that's it. We have to say this too, Pedro, that we have to understand that some of this is in its infancy, like PixieBot and what. So we might get upset right now, like, oh, I can't do this. But I say, hold off, be patient, give it a few months. I say 6 months, 7 months, 8 months.
Mhm.
We'll be surprised down the road. Be like, oh wow, right? So like right now, I'm complaining about seeing AI and the voice and the way it works. But you know what? Give it some time, and down
Mhm.
the road, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work for you. There's a dime a dozen. But I just say, be patient, let it work itself out, and we'll go from there. Just don't. I know it's frustrating sometimes, but hey, we've gone this far, right? Yeah, we gone this far.
Yeah, we've gone this far. Um, it's been going great. It's actually been excellent on the way it's going. I know progressing, and I know that I've been seeing online people saying, "Oh, it doesn't do what I wanted to do," and they ask what it is they're trying to do, and I know I've done it, and that's why I said prompting is one of the things that need to be practiced. Clear, just get a clear definition of prompting and what it is. And prompting, basically, the definition is giving directions specified and clearly to the AI model. You need to be specific. You can't give it a general question. You could tell me about the universe, or tell me about planet Mars. Tell
Sure.
me about how a star gets made. You're
It's like
being
what I did
more
the other day,
specific.
Pedro. And by the way, there's someone Johnny Munoz is watching. I'm not sure if they're from here or from El Paso,
Okay.
but
Shout out.
so um, it's like what happened the other day with me in churches, right? When I got the receipt. At first,
Hmm.
I'm like, "Hey, Meta, what am I holding in my hand?" And it says all it said was a receipt for churches. And I remember what you said, right, Pedro? I'm like, "Oh, okay, wait. Hey, hey, Meta, read what I have in my hand, and it's read the little whatever, but real basic." And then I'm like, okay, hey Meta, read in detail the receipt I have in my hand. Yes. And then it gave me the store number, the phone number, the credit card number, the last 4 digits. I'm like, oh wow. So I have to learn now. And I keep saying this, prompting. And every
Hmm.
time I do something wrong, I hear your voice prompting, like, oh, that's right. I gotta say this, you know. Because
Yeah.
at first I was like what you said, Pedro. At first, I walk into my room, the office, the home office we have. I look towards my computer, and I'm like, "Hey Meta, tell me what's in front of me." And it's, "Oh, you're the computer," and I'm like, "No. Hey Meta." So after 5 questions, I got to what I wanted. If I would have just prompted better, I would have got it
Hmm.
faster. You're right.
Yes, yes, and that's why I said if you know how to prompt these artificial intelligence, no matter what model, which one it is, as long as you know basic prompting, and that's what we do in our class. But yes, the prompting is what you need to achieve your task, and for the meta glasses, um, you need to remember that these, I always state, these were made for content creators like myself. They were not made for us. We're just able to take advantage of the artificial intelligence, the camera, and I'm all for that. But there is a negative thing going on Facebook with people saying, "Well, now I don't need my cane. Now I just got these glasses, and it could tell me to step off the curb, or where's the light, or when the light changes." No, this glasses are not made to to guide you without your cane. Remember, you need to have your cane. You can't. These glasses, they do read for us. They get us what we need. They're not a mobility device. I
Exactly.
just need
And you know
to
what, Pedro?
stress that.
I think we need to spread that word because the other day I saw, and then this post on Facebook. I'm not sure if it's a young person or older
Hmm.
person, and they're like, "Can the Meta Ray glasses help me cross the street?" I'm like, right away I posted, no. You have to still stick to your orientation skills because, and I think
Hmm.
Mr. Britt says this all the time. Don't don't think that, "Oh, I have this thing. Oh, I don't need my glasses, my cane anymore." Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You still need those skills, to hear the traffic and all that.
Hmm.
Because you don't want to walk in the street and all of a sudden, boom, you're 30 yard putt.
And remember, AI does hallucinate from time to time. And then, like Pedro said, with the camera, sometimes you may think that the light is a certain color and it's not. So you should
So,
definitely depend on your skills.
and just to have some common sense, guys, think about this. It takes 20 seconds, right? The light starts counting down. You tell it to step off. It's still right now. You took a picture. You're connecting online. That's around 3 seconds on the way these light waves travel and come back to your phone and all that and get your information down. That's around 3 4 seconds. Now you're already walking. If you stayed in that corner, you're already 3 seconds behind.
Mhm.
And the logical choice is that someone's gonna step off and start walking and wait for that reply. But that reply is already delayed. You already in a new location, basically 5 feet in front now. So now it's irrelevant information. It's
Yep.
irrelevant. You don't have a live description going on. If you then now you have to take another picture. That's another 3 seconds, and then coming back, and then 3 seconds to dictate what it said to you, and you got to make all these decisions all at once. It's already adding up to 8 9 seconds, and it's ticking. The clock's still ticking. The nervousness starts kicking in. Your palms start sweating. Oh, you start hearing inches, and you start getting nervous. You might get disoriented with the
Pedro,
talking from the glasses.
imagine one of the pictures comes back and the AI says, "Run!"
Oh, wow. But in that lighter mood, guys, we will cut to a quick commercial break and we'll be back with some more conversation.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United. You can go to customcane.com. That's custom with a K, guys. And what Custom Cane does is they sell cane and cane accessories. It's like Burger King. You can have it your way. You can get a pink cane, a blue cane, a rainbow cane, a Broncos cane, a Chargers cane, a cane with the Braille alphabet, a cane with your name on it. Whatever you want, whatever type of handle you want, whatever type of tip you want. If you want an aircraft aluminum cane, if you want an all-terrain cane, telescoping cane, any type of cane, Custom Cane has it.
All right, and we're
And I
back.
want that cane that you wanted. Oh, hell yeah! Where'd I go? That's a pretty
Custom
good
Case
commercial there.
with a K. That's where you go, customcanes.com. If you need a cane like that, hey, I need a Cowboys one. And I need a jet black one too. On some. I need
Well,
a
at least that way, never mind. I'm gonna say a cowboy joke, but let it go.
hey, you
I'll let it
live out
go.
there, George.
I know. I'll let it go.
But
Especially I'm in cowboy country over here, so never mind.
you might have to go to the stadium and take a couple of pictures and have the AI describe you the stadium.
All right, that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because they
Or
got the color theme stadium. Man, when I get to one of these, I'm gonna take a far away picture and have it all described to me.
or even do a video, right?
Or
You know,
even
I
do a
wonder,
video.
can
You
you
know
do?
me. I
Hey, Pedro,
content create, you know?
I wonder if you could do a. I'm gonna try this weekend. Take a video on the TV with the game's on. I don't know. Okay, let me. Okay. Super question again. If something's too fast, what I mean by that, let's say you're videotaping a football game. You go to your cousin's game and you're videotaping it, or you want to see what's going on. Can the AI process that, or is it like too fast movements? Or, does that make sense?
Hmm. It could process it. The cameras have got better from what I remember when it was uh early on. Remember those digital cameras and the ones you carry around, and something will move fast. It would look like it's fuzzing the object.
Yeah.
Remember, I don't know if you had enough
Yes.
vision to see
Hmm.
that. Um, and that's because the frames per second and all that, a little bit of the screen, but the cameras have got better. So I think it can translate, but it will be better to get a quick video so it could tell you like a play by play. And then you might still need to prompt it to get a play by play.
Okay.
You get the regular description, but then after that, say, look, my cousin is playing soccer. Give me a play-by-play on what you see here. And it's gonna concentrate on a play-by-play. It's not gonna tell you the background. It's gonna concentrate on the players and the balls and the other players that are trying to block. You get
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's still on to the prompting part of the aspect, and that sounds pretty dope. Because imagine you want to record a pool game, and you're in front of the table, and you record it, and then later on you want to tell the AI, "Can you tell me what happened in this pool game?"
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
That'd be dope. What about um, you're recording the TV, right? A 75-inch TV, and the fight is happening. You know it's the last round, and you record the last round because we know, because I've been advocating, and this is something that we might have to go into this next topic about advocating. But I want descriptions. I know we have the announcers that are like, yeah, the boxer, and they start talking about the background of the boxer, and then sometimes they tell you a jab or a hook. Oh, he got knocked down, but they
Yeah,
don't tell
yeah.
you he he got hit with a right hand hook. Now he's down, or they don't tell you, oh, jab to the left, a body hit. You know what I mean? Or he just got hit in the face, or it was an uppercut. Like they'll
Or
give
when you
you
hear
like.
this, when you hear the crowd go ooh or ah, you're like, what happened? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
even the announcers get like, "Ah!" You know what I mean? And no description.
Exactly. No, I hear you. You're right.
And I understand, I do understand that this is the entertainment factor. That's part of the entertainment factor. But if we could get a descriptive audio track that we could switch like we do in our movies, that's all I'm asking for. I'm not saying replace and retrain these people, the announcers, but um you know, at least give us an audio track, something. Because if I pay for a pay-per-view event, I want it to be accessible to me 100%.
I
I
think
pay
eventually,
80. Mm-hmm.
Pedro. Honestly, like I said, this is infancy. Like,
Hmm.
what do you say commercially when AI came out 2 years ago, más o menos, or was it less?
Yeah, más o menos for the public. Yeah.
So I give it another year, year and a half, 2 years. Hey, what we're talking about now, we're gonna be laughing. Like, remember when we couldn't do this? So I think now the only bad thing about it is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Pedro. The more that AI accelerates, that means you have to have a better device, right, for processing.
Depending on if you're doing onboard processing.
Okay.
Onboard processing meaning that the AI is switching toggles and going through your emails and going through your shit. Uh, excuse my excuse my language. Going through your stuff in your phone. Okay.
Did you say shirt?
Yeah, it's a shirt.
Okay. Okay,
Uh,
that's what I thought you said.
or if it's doing it like on your computer, on device, or like iPhone intelligence, yeah, the more it keeps getting advanced, the more better device you're gonna have to use. But if you have a connection direct to like how ChatGPT is online, if you do it that way, um, they could keep advancing and advancing and give you more better results. Our internet speeds do increase. Our infrastructure technology that cell phone companies keep advancing, the speed is gonna keep increasing. So pretty soon it might be instantly, and we might be having instant video description, meaning like a live video description.
I
Also, mhm,
I made this comment, Pedro, because uh, maybe so. This person that I thought was well educated when it came to AI and technology, they made this comment, which is I think I respectfully disagree. They said that if "Be My Eyes" does come out with a live transcription or live description, you won't be able to use it on your present phone. You have to get a high end phone. And I remember I asked you this before. I want to make sure that we're clear on this. So if it's an app like Be My Eyes, they're processing the information. Does that require your phone to be, let's say, a iPhone 16 or 15 Pro, or does it matter if you have an iPhone 13 or 14?
in theory, okay, the app is not processing the information. The app is the tool. It's the in between you and the AI. It's gonna gather that data and send it out. It's gonna send it out to a server, and it's gonna be processed over there and come back. the app is what it's gonna do in theory, for my opinion, it's gonna open a streaming feed. So you're streaming directly into the AI through that application. And um I've been working on these AI models. And this is off the phone, but I see a streaming thing, and I think it's opening a streaming connection.
Oh, okay.
So it's streaming back the answers while streaming, you're streaming back the video feed, but it's not processing it on your phone. So in theory, everybody, no matter what type of phone you have, you'll be able to access that feature.
And the only difference between now, what's happening now with the new AI, excuse me, Apple AI is just because it's processing on your phone, right?
Yes,
Okay.
Apple is processing on your phone, and then it will sometimes take advantage of ChatGPT and connect to it to for certain information. But even then, Apple will let you know this is about to send information out to over here. Do you want to accept? Apple is trying to have it all within their in the on board and keep privacy, concerns still up, and that's pretty dope. But with models like ChatGPT Mini and um, we talked about pocket models that are going to be compressed and be able to be put in a phone or in a computer and stuff, and don't
Well,
need.
so what do you, Pedro, in your opinion?
Mm,
Because you're pretty versed in AI. What do you say is the best free AI? I know there's paid ones, but technically is there like a free AI that's comparable to the ones that you pay for?
Um, yeah, I believe that, and this is just my opinion, folks. If you have a suggestion, post it in the comments. I want to take a look at it and things like that. So go ahead and comment. I do look at those after if it's pertaining to like technology. Um, but I believe the one that kind of gives you bang for your buck are two. I'm gonna give you two, and I'm gonna tell you my preference. There's one called Claw AI. It's an application, and they have different
How you spell that?
submodels. Man, you getting
Claw,
me with,
CLAW.
yeah, like claw, like a claw.
Okay, Claw.
Yeah. And it has different models in there. It has a few different models, but then those models they have created like sub models like they did on Chat an Open AI's thing. They have a chat store, a GPT store is what they call it. But it's the similar process over here too. Them sub AIs that are based on all these models over here do different tasks. Okay.
Now,
So
do
that's
any of those
one.
models have swimsuits? No.
I
Okay.
think they took them off. I don't know. They're gone virtual.
I
I
got
think so.
virtual. There you go.
They're gone virtual. I don't know what that means, but they're gone virtual.
Okay.
But yeah, so they have a few models that you might even get free there. Access to one. Gemini is another one. That's be a third choice, but my choice is the OpenAI for a free because the more models they keep coming out with, they put one out free. Um, they have so before when the free one was out, it was the 3.5, right? And that was the free one. Well, when they brought out the 4.0 and the negative 4.0, those were the paid ones, right? But when they were able to minimize it and make it smaller, they brought out 4.0 mini and they made that one free. And it was more advanced than the 3.5, and they gave it to the people for free. And then after that, they end up putting a feature that you could upload and attach files for free now. Before that was paid. So little by little, they keep rolling out new features and rolling out things for the free user. So now, as a free user, you got the 4.0 mini, 3.5 turbo, the 3.5 regular, and I think one more. Forgot the other model.
But Pedro, let me ask you. I'm sorry to interrupt you before I forget this question. All those apps, I mean, AI that you're speaking of, are they uh apps like standalone apps, or do they have to go through your? In other words, can I use them on my phone, or does that have to be on the web on your computer?
You could use it anywhere.
Okay.
You could download the ChatGPT app. Make sure it's from OpenAI. That's the company. Make sure because there's other apps that want you to buy them, and they piggyback off of ChatGPT.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh,
why
okay, that's
pay for
nice.
something like that? You know. So you could go download the app. It's in your phone. You could sign in and you could start chatting with it free. You just need to create an account and verify your information and verify that you're old enough. And you could have it there. You could also have it in your Windows. There's an application coming for Windows too. Um, I believe I read somewhere that if you have Copilot, you'd be able to log into Copilot with your OpenAI account.
Oh, wow.
That's
Okay.
what I heard. That's what somebody was telling me. I gotta double check that part. I just been a little too busy. Um, but you gotta be aware of those other sub apps that try to make you pay something for it.
And that's going back to, that kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier, the information, the lack of. So the vendor the developer is kind of feeds, and it's not a negative thing. It's making business, I guess, or doing business. They
Hmm.
feed on that lack of information on the consumer end. I don't really call it ignorance. It's not ignorance, just lack of information. Or like you said, if I didn't know this, if I didn't hear this picture, honestly, I would have paid. Right? Let's say I paid $5, $2, whatever, and then let's say 5 months from now, I'm talking to you like, George, what are you doing? Why are you paying $5? Over here is free. Oh crap! I didn't know that. I just spent $25. So
Hmm.
I think having a discussion and people tuning in helps them. It will help, hopefully, right? So they don't have to. I mean, we're not trying to take away business, but as it is, people that are visually impaired, unfortunately, are underemployed or not employed. And
Hmm.
if, some people can't afford $5 a month.
Hmm.
Some people can, right? Or $20 a month or whatever. But I think having a conversation helps.
Yes, and yes, and some of these apps they might provide something for the people that end up paying for them. I know they have some that it was a keyboard app. It puts a keyboard at your keyboard. You know how you switch languages. You're able to switch to an AI keyboard and generate a thing within any application. But this it's on your keyboard. One thing to understand about an application that has access to your keyboard, whatever you're typing, uh, it has access to.
Oh,
So
okay.
you have to be careful. It can be convenient. I used it before, but I had that in mind. But they charge you for that, but it was picking back off of ChatGPT.
But you don't want the AI to say cochino. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I don't want the information that AI application that is gathering that information because it's going to stay on them, and then whatever goes to ChatGPT, it goes there too. But your key login information is going to
Yep.
this other developer company.
That's why if whoever worked for the government, when I used to work for the Department of Justice or Department of Labor, you could have used wireless keyboards or wireless headsets. What you just said, Pedro, for the
Hmm.
privacy, because that was hardwired. It wasn't going over the air where somebody could pick it up. Because somebody could literally. And this is back in the '90s, Pedro. I remember a
Hmm.
friend of mine, rest his soul, he was a ham operator. And one day I went to his house and we're talking. He was check this out. So yeah, I remember his camera. He had on this is one I could still see, and I was looking at his computer screen, and you could see like little dots, like little. It was weird. I don't know how to describe it. And I'm like, what the heck is that? He was the person across the street. I'm pointing my antenna toward their house, and I could by the what they're hitting on the keyboard, it comes on the screen. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. So if they're logging onto their
Hmm.
computer, their bank account, putting their account information, I could grab it. And this is in
Hmm.
mid '90s, right? I'm like, what?
Hmm.
Imagine now.
Now you don't even
Yeah.
have to look at the screen. You can make an application that will just save all that key logs, and then you could just run through it. But see, now you don't even have to run through it. Now you could have an AI that goes and say, "Hey, look, find me this key right here. It's gonna be a 13, 16 digit. It's gonna be a number. It's gonna be random characters all in a line with no spaces." Man, this AI is gonna go through all the information and find you all that.
Do you ever get, Pedro, do you ever think you get to the point, like, let's say I have, okay, let's go back to the bank account. So let's say we're ever get to a point where, of course, with AI, and I open up my bank account or bank app on my phone, and I could ask it, did I spend $10 at McDonald's, and they'll come back, yes. You think it'll get to that point, or not because of privacy?
No, it's already there.
What do you mean?
So when you're on your bank app, let's say for example Wells Fargo or Bank of America and stuff like that, they have their AI where you could say, "Can you tell me what I spent on on McDonald's this last month?" And it's gonna go through all your activity and get you the
Oh,
price.
really?
Or
Hmm.
it can even like sum up, oh, you've spent, 50% of your income on rent and utilities, you spent
Oh,
10%
okay. Oh,
on like fast food, you
Get
spent
them, Brittany.
five,
Teach them.
whatever it is.
a
Yeah.
lot.
It can do
Hey,
that.
Brit. Hey, Brit. A lot of them come back to me and say, "Mira, you fat ass, you spent $500 at McDonald's." I'm like, okay, that's too much money.
But you can't do that,
It'll
George.
make you feel embarrassed though. It'll make you
Right?
go, oh
Exactly.
shoot, I spent that much money on that. Oh
You
no.
know why I say that? Because the other day, well, not the other day. When was it? When was it? It was last week. And there's a pizza place that's cheap. I mean, guys, here in El Paso, called Speedy Pizzas. Free advertisement, and you get a pizza with 4 5 toppings for like $16, and it's good. It's a medium size. But anyways, so I call, and the guy answers, "Oh, is this George?" Yeah, on my address. I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, you want the usual? I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, okay, but that wasn't no
they,
AI. That was human. That was funny.
they know you already.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
didn't
But
know you could do that. Okay, see, people, you learn something new. Okay, on
yeah,
your
yeah,
app.
you're able, and you're able to break it down, you know what I mean, and see what actually spending on, to be aware of your spending. And I know within those banking tools, they train them on being a financer and being somebody that could budget for you too. So they've been training this AI because um, when you pay for like OpenAI's model, um, they have these. It's called Chap Store. It's a Chap Store, GPT store. Excuse me, and they have a financer model. It's a oh, man for running finances and budgeting and stuff. And you could put what your stuff in there, and it could create you a budget. It could create you what else? It could break things down for you and stuff if you feed it information. It could suggest how to tackle a credit card or a few credit cards and how to manage those and bring them down. It can explain what is an APR or the percentage of the APR and the effect it's going to have on a yearly
Now,
basis.
all this information that you're talking about, Pedro, like you're asking on and I know the answer, but I just wanted for people to hear this. All that information is it processed on the device, or does it go out to a server and then come back?
It goes out to a server.
Okay,
It goes
okay.
out to a server. So be aware. You do not have to give it too much details, um, and things like that. You know, so it's good to know their policy. And I know, excuse me, excuse me. I know their policy is long, guys, but now we can dump it in the AI and have it summarized. So
So,
a plus there, you know. Hopefully, we don't get that summary and it says something. Whoa,
you
know what I
know,
mean?
it was really. Is I was thinking about this the other day, Pedro and Miss Britt, and I don't know if this story was true. I don't know where it was at. I think it was in Georgia. Anyway, anyways, for the voting, right? That they had some kids that just graduated high school and had taken that class were those who were eligible to vote, and they're going to do in person voting, but they couldn't sign their name. They
Mm,
didn't know how to sign their name. And I was like, "What do you mean?" And I guess the art of signing, like cursive, or I don't know what. And it kind of had me thinking, because back in the day when we were going to school, you had to find that information. It wasn't like, well, I don't know about, yeah, my age range. I don't know about Miss Brett. She's probably younger, but back then in the day, you had to look for it. You couldn't just Google it, or you couldn't just
hmm
you had to go to the books and actually find the answer. Now, and I'm not sure, does that let down the road, Pedro? Does that really enable kids to learn, to really think, use their brain as a logical Uh,
Well, for signatures, I don't have the best signature. My signature is, but
mine's chicken scratch. I can tell you straight up.
yeah. So if we could do it, they could do it. I think they just some people might overthink it, be like, oh, my signature. I never done a signature.
But
Well,
they're
you just
not teaching cursive anymore. I remember one of
that's true.
somebody in El Paso that was listening who's a teacher a
Oh man,
couple.
my cousin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was saying that they don't teach cursive anymore because a lot of these schools they're using Chromebooks and computers and things like that.
Hmm.
So they're more so teaching these kids on a computer. So
Well, you know
I
what?
mean, I
What I
think
mean by that, Miss Britt,
But cursive. What was cursive created for?
for writing. That's what it was writing. You know,
For making writing what?
more eloquent, I guess. Elegant.
No,
No.
it was created to make writing more faster because
Oh, okay.
you're connecting the words all fast and you continue going. That was
Okay,
cursive
that makes
for.
sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But now the productivity with typing and able to get up to 50, 100 words per minute, you
Well,
know.
what I'm saying because do you
Hmm.
take that logical component of a kid's out of the common sense? There you go. Do you take
Hmm.
the common sense aspect of because now the kids don't. Let's say for example, uh, scientific model or whatever, you could just jump on GPT or
Hmm.
whatever and get it like instantly. Where back in the day, me and you and Britt, we had to actually look for it, put it
Yeah.
in our brain, save it in the head until it gets. So what I'm saying is the common sense component is that going to be more extract or I don't know how to say it.
It's not the common sense. It's the way you search for information is what you're gathering at. Yes, before we will have to get a encyclopedia. We will have to go to the library, look, open the
Hmm.
chest, and look through the cards and go find the book. And then
Yes,
we have to
sir.
go to the aisle, look at the number of the aisle. Now start looking at the book numbers going down the aisle. So it was a process,
Mhm.
and that's
You're right.
searching. That's searching for information. And now it's been streamlined. You could just go to the library, look at the computer, and type it in, and it tell you where's it at, and you go find it.
And the
The
young kids
search
or
got
the kids in the
faster.
20s are like, "What are you talking about? Going to the
I
library?
know,
That's
I
so."
know, I know. And then now we have Google, a search engine. Now we could jump in Google and search
Yeah.
and be searching. And if you're good at searching, like this younger generation is, they're able to gather information. You know, now now with the AI, you're taking, I guess, by the AI doing all the work and going to search and then bringing it back, you're kind of cutting away from knowing how to search and go through websites and go through a registry list and do the work yourself and find it like that and take a few hours or whatever you're doing to do research, but the AI now does it faster and it could cut back on how you research and how your skills in searching starts getting affected. But now you have to learn a new skill, and it's the prompting skill and how to direct this AI for gather your information to continue your work.
Well, remember when the AI first came out, Pedro and Brit, the biggest concern with school and the academics was, wait a minute, the kids are gonna use AI to write the report or do
And they
this and do
are,
that.
and they did.
Yeah, and they did. That's right. But what I'm saying is, that's what I guess I'm kind of going back to is that where we had to write it. It took a week to write a report sometimes, where a kid could jump on there in 5 minutes, boom, there you go. You know, and did
Yeah.
that take away that learning process?
Well, the schools are looking for an AI. Um, Um, I know they're going to start implementing with the AIs for having an assistance to teach you.
Mm,
Rather than you say, "Oh, what's the answer to this?" The AI is going to come back and tell you, "For you to get the answer, start with step number 1." And they could be waiting for you to complete step number 1.
like
Boom.
prompting, right?
Yeah, and then once you've done step number 1, it's gonna come back. Okay, next step, you do this and you do that. Step 3, step 4. Now you completed a problem. Now let's continue to the next one. Now this time I'm gonna let you complete it yourself. I just be back here watching, making sure if you need a tip.
Okay.
So it is all how you're gonna implement the system and model it and give it the guidelines and the rules and stuff. And also we have to teach our young youth the productive ways to use AI and not how how to use it for cheating, and let them know that doing that is cheating and is an automatic fail.
True.
It's
True.
teaching them the proper way to use the artificial intelligence the right way, and that and even for us adult is using the AI to even improve our life, but to improve our education.
But you remember back in the day? I don't know if or Brit cheat sheets way back in the 70s or 80s, and
You're showing your age.
right, the cheat sheets. Now you have now you have AI in your pocket. So it's just amazing how seeing the process, right, from cheat sheets to now to just boom.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
It's just
yeah. But man, this tool, look, it can be abused, but that's why we
yes,
have to teach responsibility. We do.
yes, like a little kid, like you said, like you're right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It doesn't know, so we have to be responsible. We have to teach responsibility, but this could be a teacher. This could be an assistant, 24/7. It could it could help you expand your vocabulary. It could help you expand your knowledge of your local landmarks, and you just keep
Yep.
expanding your knowledge and gather more information. This could even be I've been reading. This could even be a support conversation type thing for
Oh well.
people.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been reading about AIs that people conversate and it's like a friend. It can have negative uh things in our society if it gets abused and we don't put guidelines that right there. We can have an AI can respond and talk to you if you be feeling depressed and point you to the proper way of going to get help. But
True.
having someone to listen to you sometimes, there's a study. After you're what, 30 years old, if you don't have two best friends, you might not even get one after.
Oh wow.
So if you lose one or you don't have none, you're more likely not to have somebody that you can talk to and open up to. Now,
But if you need somebody to talk to, you can email Ed at info@blindunited.org and he'll talk to you.
That's funny.
that was funny.
Yeah.
But even then, we will have to the privacy concerns of that. It's big. We'll have to build laws and build guidelines on AIs that do that, because we do have young people that are depressed that sometimes
Yes.
feel they don't have no one to talk to. Sometimes they don't want to talk to a grown up.
Or
The
especially
AI
if
could
they.
become somebody they can trust and be like, okay, this is not a real person or whatever it may be, but I'm able to get some help, something, and I feel like I could get advice and I could go. Now I feel better. The AI has explained to me now I could go get therapy, and I want to get therapy because I know it's not a negative thing. And sometimes in some in some social groups, going to therapy is a negative thing. But if we could teach that that's not a negative thing, and we could have AI even helping our young folks, helping them
But
to go get counseling, could be a plus for society.
But you know what? But also, real quick, and you touched on something with the young kids, the 15, 16, 14 years old, they have their phone, they're attached to the phone, and the phone breaks, or they can't use it. Like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I can't
Yeah.
get on Facebook. I can't do this. And me and you were older. We're like, oh well, we'll just wait or whatever. But the young kids, their mental health, right? That's where that's a scary part of it.
You remember those Tamagotchis, those pet little things that used to come in a little device, and you have to feed them and take care of them 24/7. I don't know if you remember those
Yes, I
guys.
remember those. I remember
It's
those.
something like that. There was some kids that will be stuck. I need to feed it. I need to feed it. I need to feed it. And
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes,
them pets, virtual pets.
yes, the dogs and all that. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So you will have. Remember when that was kind of something the moms and some people had concerns because people were like, "Oh, I need to take care. I need to take care of it." And, you know, and yes, sometimes kids do get attached. I had an incident with my daughter, and she was upset. Things like that, and they get attached to these devices. Sometimes it's good to even take a break and have guidelines.
Pedro,
And
you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm 50 something years old, and the other day I forgot my phone. I'm like, what am I gonna do without my phone? And I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of it, but you get so used to it, having that device next to you, right? And
hmm
and back in the day when you left at home with no device, you had nothing, right? It was back in the 80s and 90s. We had pagers, and then all of a sudden cell phones and this and that. And now you're stuck to it. What do you do the first? Okay, let me ask you real quick, Britt and Prejudice. What is the first thing you do in the morning?
I check my phone, unfortunately.
I do.
Yeah, now I do catch myself
I
doing
do.
that. I used to get up and go restroom and do what I need to do, and then check my phone. And I used to leave it on do not disturb until 7. If I wake up at 6, I got an
Yep.
hour of not getting bothered. Now I'll be like, turn off do not disturb. Let me check my. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But see, sometimes, folks, we have to take charge of our own thing too. You know what I mean? There is guidelines. There's a reason why. I think it was Steve Jobs didn't let his teenagers have an iPad.
But they
True.
make these devices to be addictive, like the colors that they use, the designs, and like getting notifications all the time. That's a dopamine hit, So you're like, oh, I got a text. Oh, I got an email. Oh, that's what it is.
I've been there. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
ma'am.
like that's human psychology. The people that made these devices, they're smart. They know what they're doing. They know that we can get addicted to these devices.
I think the phone, Miss Britt, I think the phone has us trained. What I mean by that, if you have it in the other room, you hear that, you got a text message, you run over there, you grab it. Who texts me, right? But it's just so fun that now we respond to the phone when we hear something, right? Or you got mail. I run over to my phone to see it.
Exactly. It trained us. That's what I'm saying. It's
I've gotten better. I just, you know what? I'm good. I'm doing something right now.
Yeah, that's what I do. I get a message. If I'm in the middle of something, it could wait. I know my mom. She will hear the phone and she's off. No matter what she's doing, she could be pouring coffee. I'm out to I'm like, Mom. I told her, Mom, relax, calm down. It's not like the call didn't got registered and the contact name is there. You could call back. Don't stress yourself. You're pouring hot water and you're over here trying to panic out to go get the phone. It's not the 90s. We have caller ID. We have contacts,
Or compared to when we were younger, what I mean is because you don't walk. I don't walk around the house with the phone. I leave it in either the bedroom or home office, and I leave it there. So if I'm in another part of the room and it rings, or a part of the house and it rings, I don't hear it until I get to it. And I'll call one of my relatives back. They're like, "What were you doing? Why didn't you answer the phone?" I'm like, I don't walk with my phone in my pocket. I leave it here. I don't do that. So
no, but the right that they think they got to tell you, what are you doing?
Yes.
Like, what you mean? I'm doing what I'm doing. Like,
I'm not gonna say my aunt's name because she might get mad, but yes.
I must have been busy. I was probably doing something, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes. So, but the older you are, it shows on what devices you are on. Sometimes I see people with their computers and their laptops and stuff like that, and I think we were at a perfect steal where we had to take out the laptop and turn it on, or take it out and start using it that way, and it was a slight disconnection. Now that you have a mobile device that you can just carry everywhere, it made access so easy. And when it's something easy, what humans gravitate to? Easy.
Yep. Convenience. Curbside delivery. Yeah.
Just pop your trunk and just,
easy peasy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But folks, I hope y'all enjoyed our coffee time. We were talking about AI, Meta. For those on our social medias, like, subscribe, share, folks.
Do we have any interest groups? I came in kind of late. I'm sorry.
No, we don't have any interest groups today. But folks, so like, share, subscribe. If you know someone blind, or you're in a blind group and you think they're gonna benefit from our conversation, go ahead and share.
You can email Brittany. Not really.
You can email Ed at info@blindunited.org, man. Ed would love to
that
hear
email
from you.
might start coming to all of us once we all log into it. But so it's info@blindunited.org if you want to get more information of our interest groups. If you're on our social medias, like and share, all that good stuff. If you know someone blind that needs that help, that needs some of this information, share, because information is power. Education is power. And anything else, guys, before we go? Anything, Britt? Anything else, George?
I had a great time, man. The hour went quick, real quick.
Yeah, that
Cool.
was fun. Tisha commented. She said, "Blind United." She put a heart and a kiss mark. And Tisha also commented and said, "Are we going to change paperwork if people can't do signatures anymore?" And Michael and Carol Phillips want us to do a show on self-defense.
Oh, we might have to have one of them come out and talk to us about this. I want to know. I'm gonna look around. We keep that in mind. That'd be a nice show to talk about because yes, us being blind, being visually impaired, we wouldn't like people to take advantages of us. And knowing how to defend yourself, knowing some techniques wouldn't be bad at all.
But who commented that, Miss Britt?
Mike
and
and Carol Phillips.
Mike and Carol Phillips send their contact information unless we know them already. To info.
I believe those are Ed's friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I know him too.
Ed
pretty
knows,
cool.
Ed
Shout out to him and his wife.
Ed had friends. I know that.
Ed has a lot of friends.
I know he does.
Yeah. But okay, guys, thank you for joining us. Have another coffee on us.
Amen.
Amen.